Welcome back. This month here at Full Stack Creative, we're giving back to the indie community by running a contest, giving away thousands of dollars in training and gear, including this Audient ID 14 interface. If you missed it, you can check out this link to watch the contest announcement. Now, in order to run this contest, we're using a software as a service product called Viper.io. But contest platforms like Viper are not just good for businesses like ours, they're good for creators too, as many YouTubers and podcasters have already discovered. Many different types of creators frequently run contests to build their audience and generate awareness for their products, and Viper.io's feature set makes it especially relevant to musicians. In this video, we're gonna break down everything about contests and contest platforms like Viper.io for you. First, we'll cover the basics of a marketing campaign, then we'll cover how contests fit into that framework. After that, we'll break down how Viper works, including features and pricing, and then we'll go over setting up a contest in Viper, talk about some of the drawbacks and benefits of Viper specifically, and then make our final recommendation. So if you're ready, let's get into it. Now, if you want to kick it up a notch, much more high-powered camera. When you're shooting with this, when it comes to digital marketing, the name of the game is traffic and conversion. Our homies over at Digital Marketer have been running the Traffic and Conversion Conference, which is going on at the time of this recording. I wish I could be there. Ryan Dice, the whole team at Digital Marketer, love you guys, and I will be there next year. Now, traffic is a term used to describe movement of users, eyeballs, target audience, people, whatever you want to call it, towards your marketing assets. So if I run a Facebook ad that links out to a certain page on my website, I'm generating traffic to that page. Now, conversion is a term used to describe the act of motivating your target audience to take an action. So if I'm generating traffic to my web page and then some of that traffic completes an action on the page, like signs up for my email list or they buy a product, that's conversion. So we need to generate traffic to marketing assets and convert that traffic by getting them to take an action. If I'm sending traffic to a certain web page, the rate at which people who are sent to that page convert is called the conversion rate. It's helpful to think of conversion as moving someone from one stage of the customer or audience or listener journey to the next stage. So if you've got someone on your email list who has never bought something from you, but they open all your emails, you probably want to convert them from subscriber into customer. And you may want to convert non-subscribers into subscribers so you can message them regularly. In the 1940s, marketing was mainly done through direct mail. And in those days, traffic was called list, as in your mailing list, with sales letters being the marketing asset, what's supposed to convince someone to convert. And instead of worrying about the conversion rate of a sales page, marketers talked about the pull of a sales letter. The pull meant what percent of people sent the sales letter actually ended up purchasing. Traffic and conversion, list and pull, it's the same as it ever was. Traffic and conversion is pretty much all that digital marketing boils down to, except for assets like web pages, emails, ads, videos, other things that help a marketer convert their traffic or convince them to take an action. Marketing assets matter a whole lot because generating traffic is no longer that difficult. You can literally buy traffic from dozens of places online. Facebook ads is a traffic store. YouTube ads is a traffic store. Google AdWords is a traffic store. Buying traffic isn't hard, but buying the right traffic and creating marketing assets that convert can be difficult. Now, there are other places you can buy traffic, and the traffic you get from them behaves differently than the traffic you might get from a social media ad platform. For instance, you could buy traffic from a magazine by placing an ad. Let's see here. Here, Slim Fast Keto is buying traffic from Rolling Stone. You could also buy traffic from an influencer by paying them to tweet about your brand. You could buy traffic from an established brand or marketer who already has a list. And lastly, you could buy traffic from your traffic by running a contest. And that's where Viper.io comes into play. Viper helps you run contests online, making it easy to host different types of contests, collect email addresses, and what's coolest of all, display a live leaderboard to contestants and give them specific ways to get points and rank on that leaderboard. Since you're incentivizing your existing traffic and any traffic out there online to come to your contest and share it with others, the viral contest strategy is buying traffic from traffic. More on the leaderboard concept in a moment, but Viper.io bills itself as a viral marketing platform. So it doesn't just do contests, but it can also act as a loyalty rewards program as well. Using Viper, you can create a landing page for contestants or customers to sign up with. You can connect Viper to your email autoresponder like MailChimp to automatically add contestants to your email list and send out important contest reminders. And as I mentioned, you can also use it to display leaderboards that rank contestants by how many points they've accumulated in your contest. And this is where the real magic of Viper comes into view. With Viper, you can set up custom actions to allow contestants to rack up points if they complete those actions. Viper includes a library of templates for actions like follow on Twitter, comment on a YouTube video, refer other people into the contest, which is where the traffic comes. This is the main reason we're using Viper for our contest. Personally, I could probably replicate most of the functionality of Viper on our website without having to pay Viper. But I've been building websites and marketing campaigns for a lot longer than most creatives who don't do it professionally, and it would take a lot of time that I don't have if I wanted to avoid having to pay for Viper's functionality. For me, when considering the value of my time, Viper's a steal. So we purchased an annual mid-tier Viper account to run what Viper calls a viral leaderboard contest, giving us that out-of-the-box leaderboard functionality and the action features. Now let's look at setting up a campaign in Viper so you know how it works. Don't worry, it's super easy. You start off by selecting whether you want to create a rewards program or a viral contest. Then you can either select a template from their gallery, which can be helpful if you're not so good with all this technology stuff, or if you're an all-day custom everything kind of person like me, you can create a custom contest. You give your contest a title, a subheading, enter your brand name, then select whether you want a leaderboard or not. Now, I like the leaderboard option because it lets contestants know how close they are to the prize, allows them to employ a little bit of strategy in winning, and it incentivizes the shit out of contestants to complete bonus actions. Next, you click create and you'll be taken to the settings section of the campaign setup. Here's where you can add tracking tags and pixels from Google Analytics and Facebook, which is muy importante. Then you can customize your sign up fields, add any translations if your contest is multilingual, and designate some settings to avoid bots and cheaters. In this section, you can choose to automatically disqualify blatant cheaters or disable that feature. You can also choose to include a CAPTCHA for your contest to verify that your contestants are real human beings, and enable double opt-in or single opt-in. Now, double opt-in means your contestants will have to confirm their email after signing up before they're actually entered into the contest. For contests, I recommend double opt-in, which I almost never do in any other scenario, since the incentive is higher to actually complete the registration compared to other ways you might collect subscribers. Then in advanced settings, you can add a timer to your contest page and choose to add a social proof function, which will display recent signups to your contest on the registration page, making people feel like, hey, other people are doing this, I'm not alone if I sign up. Very cool features. In the next step, you can choose whether to host your registration page on Viper or embed Viper as a widget or a form on your own website. And this is where I would rather Viper not offer me templated landing pages and instead just charge me less, simply because I will never use landing page features from marketing technology that's not made for that purpose. ManyChat, our messenger marketing platform, tries to give me landing pages. MailChimp, our email marketing platform, tries to give me landing pages, and Viper tries to give me landing pages. Guys, I build landing pages. I'm a boss when it comes to landing page design, and you guys suck at it. Your landing pages look like poop. Stop doing this. Okay, so Viper also comes with a visual editor if you want to use their landing pages but customize the design. The visual editor is no fun to use, and compared to true visual editors like Thrive Architect, it's pretty www.trash.com, but that's not why we got Viper, so I'm not going to hold it against them. In this section, you can also upload logos and branding for your contest and create social media images for contestants to share, which is definitely helpful. You can also customize your thank you page copy, thanks Viper, and then click next step again, and you'll end up in the section where you create your rewards, which is where the real coolness of Viper starts to come into focus. You can create ranking rewards, which will give a prize to the top ranked contestants on your leaderboard. You can also select how many contestants get the prize, so the top 3, the top 5, so on and so forth. You can also create a point/milestone reward, which will unlock certain goodies when contestants reach a certain number of points. Definitely helpful for running contests and adding in discounts to your products to the mix, driving more sales during your contest. And lastly, you can create random rewards, which is what we're using, that will allow you to give the reward out to a random winner based on the number of points they have in your contest. In our contest, we're giving the grand prize and the runner-up prizes to 4 contestants who will be selected randomly from the top 1,000 point tier. So if the top score in the entire contest is like 4950, we'll pick 4 winners who have scores between 4 and 5,000. Hope that makes sense. Once you set up rewards, you can click to the next section where you set up what Viper calls bonus actions. This is where you can set an action that contestants can complete in order to earn a certain amount of points. And this is the main reason we got Viper. This is the thing that would be very hard for me to do myself. Viper connects via API to some of the platforms that they feature in bonus actions to verify that contestants did complete the action, and some of that verification is fake, but we'll cover that in just a few. You can reward points for actions taken in Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Shopify, or on your website by installing code in your store. Spotify? Oh, we've got a video coming about it. Subscribe if you don't want to miss it. Pinterest, Twitch, Snapchat, your blog, your podcast, iTunes, your app, your webinar, or you can reward points for users answering a question correctly or uploading an image. There's so much you can do here that explaining it all would make this video like an hour long, so we're not gonna. But for most of these bonus actions, you can set an amount of points the action is worth, set the copy your contestants will see, like the description, the button text, etc., set the URL they're supposed to visit to complete the action, and set how you will review the action, and this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You can choose to automatically reward points when users click the action button, or you can choose to manually review. Now, depending on how wide your contest is gonna go, manually reviewing can be a total nightmare. So here's how we're dealing with it, and I think this makes the most sense. Select automatically reward points, and when your contest ends, verify the winners. That way you don't have to manually verify every action. You can just get your list of winners and verify that all of their actions were completed with no cheating. If they cheated, you can go to the next qualified winner, and if not, boom, you're golden. Way easier than manually verifying every action of every contestant. Lastly, for most actions, you can ask a verification question before rewarding the points. These questions can be open-ended, multiple choice, and they can have a correct answer, like if you're using a code word to verify, or they can have no correct answer, like if you're asking users what username they commented with. And for almost every platform in here, you've got multiple options for bonus actions. On YouTube, you can have contestants subscribe, watch a video, leave a comment. On Spotify, you can have contestants follow a playlist, follow an artist or user, or save a certain track or album. I know, guys, I know, it's coming. In just a few weeks, we're gonna talk all about it. And this really opens up the functionality of Viper. It's the main reason why we paid for it. Now, Viper claims to connect via API to all of these platforms to verify that actions have been completed, but in setting up our contest, I didn't really encounter any evidence of that. I'm sure they connect via API to some of them, I just don't know which ones. And to me, it doesn't really matter. First of all, Viper has built-in behavior tracking to detect when someone is cheating, like if they're checking off actions too fast to possibly be completing them like they say they are. And second, most people don't cheat when they think they're being watched. Most contestants are not going to be tech savvy enough or dickheaded enough or petty enough to guess that Viper doesn't have API connections to all these platforms and then set time delays to check off bonus actions just to get a $50 Applebee's gift card or whatever, or in our case, a free year of Indie Pro and this Audient ID 14 interface. If you're interested in joining, you can check out the link in the description. And lastly, and most importantly, you can verify the actions of your winners manually when you go to pick the winners. So if anyone does go ahead and try to cheat, they won't actually make it to the winner's circle to claim their prizes. So how would you use these bonus action features? What would you focus on growing with your viral contest? Let me know in the comments, because I'm actively searching for ideas and we will talk about it. Once you complete your bonus action setup, you can integrate your mailing list, set up automated emails to be sent out to your contestants based on certain triggers, and lastly, test and launch your campaign. Considering all the functionality you're getting in that, that's a pretty easy peasy setup. So what does it cost though? Viper allows you to set up many contests for free, but when it comes time to run them, you gotta pay. Viper comes in 3 pricing tiers. The bottom tier, Pro, is $408 for annual, which averages to $34 a month or $49 a month if you pay monthly. For that, you get all the functionality I just mentioned, up to 10,000 contestants per month, embedded forms, and up to 5,000 in revenue tracking. The drawback here is that you'll have Viper.io branding on all your contest assets, registration page, thank you page, and leaderboard page. For some, that's no problem. Some people don't mind having another company's branding on their assets, but you guys use MailChimp landing pages. I know you do, and it's gross. We personally don't want some marketing tech branding all over our marketing assets. We like to let people know they're home safe with us, so we opted for the next tier of Viper, which is called Enterprise. Enterprise costs $1,248 a year paid annual, which means $104 a month, or $149 a month if paid monthly. Pretty freaking expensive for a piece of marketing tech, so it had to save a lot of time for me to plop down that cost. But for that price, you get 30,000 contestants a month, you remove the stupid Viper branding, up to 15 grand in revenue tracking, and the ability to use custom domains and subdomains. Now, I like the fact that we can have all the Viper controlled pages live at Indepreneur.io. That's where everybody should live anyways, but I'm kind of pissed that hosting a registration page on Viper with our domain on top is part of what I'm paying for. I don't need Viper's crappy registration pages, and I don't need to slap our domain on their hosted sites. I just need the leaderboards and the bonus actions. Ideally, as embeddable assets, I can just pop into my website. So if you're listening, Viper, make me happy, damn it. I made this like 30-minute video for your freaking product. How about a little appreciation? And at the highest tier is the agency/big brands option. $2,508 per year for annual, which is $209 monthly or $299 monthly if you pay monthly. For that insane, crazy, ridiculous price, you get to use Viper on 10 different sites with 120,000 monthly contestants, multiple account users, up to 60K in revenue tracking, and wait, there's nothing else? Okay, no, I was just checking because like costs $2,500, so thought there'd be more to it. Let's wrap this up. The drawbacks to Viper are that it costs a crap load of money for a piece of marketing tech. You guys better be investing all that profit into API integration. If my time were less valuable, I would not be able to justify the cost of Viper. The only reason I'm using it is leaderboards and bonus actions. My hope is that Viper recognizes that those two feature sets are their unique selling proposition, and they focus on making those even better. And the second drawback of Viper is that you're probably paying some amount of that cost towards their landing page features, which are only useful to people who are willing to say out loud, I'm not really much of a techie. So why are we reviewing a contest marketing platform when we're supposed to be talking about marketing for creatives? Because creatives and creators stand to benefit the most from contest marketing. Contests and giveaways are the most potent growth pathway for YouTubers, for podcasters, and hopefully soon for musicians too, because Viper has Spotify actions, which I know. A few weeks, I've been thinking about it every day. Just wait. So we're going to be aggressively testing contests for all of our agency clients, for ourselves, and for our portfolio artists. And we hope to spend as much money buying traffic from our audience as we do buying traffic from Facebook and Google. So would I recommend Viper.io for musicians, filmmakers, graphic designers, and other creators? Yes, 100%. With a catch. Plan out and set up a contest on Viper now. It's free, you can do everything but launch it. Figure out what you want to offer, how you want to structure the contest. You can get everything ready with the goal of blowing up one of your channels like Spotify, YouTube, or Instagram, or whatever. Then grab the pro version for a month. You're basically paying $49 to run a contest. You can see how that contest does, measure the efficacy, and decide whether or not it's something that was worth $49. At the very worst, you lost $49 and gained some email subscribers. And at the very best, it makes you way more money and results than it costs, and you join us at the enterprise level. If you're really tight on budget, you can sort of replicate what Viper allows you to do all by yourself, but it's gonna be pretty freaking difficult. I'm a mega propeller head nerd. All my shirts have pocket protectors sewn into them, and I still probably don't wanna take on that challenge. Okay, we're running way past the average YouTube video limit of 9 to 12 minutes, and the YouTube gods are gonna start smiting me. So we gotta get out of here. Like this video if it helped you in any way, subscribe and ring the bell if you want more help, and if you do end up using Viper, please let us know what you do with it in the comments. We're in a heavy testing season for this software. With that said, I've been Circa for Full Stack Creative, and I'll see all you vatos next week. Peace out, Indies. Peace.